Vanderbilt game?
Just that, we really did not do a good job. We had the game at 15-12, and again, I was watching the first half of the team yesterday. Every time we take a bad shot, an early shot, a contested shot early in the shot clock, it led to bad things. It led to them going down the other way. It was really a tough matchup for us in terms of the big guy. I thought he really was dominant in the first half. Cornette. Really hard game for Schneider to play in because of the rotations, having to, help him. And the way they shot the ball was impressive. And you give Vanderbilt some credit. I mean, they're really good. I think they're playing and peaking at the right time right now. I mean, they're a team that I know Lombardi has no.
First team out.
Is that what they are right now? Yeah, I think they're headed in the right direction. They're the team that could be our fifth team getting in if things go well for them here down the stretch. But they're good. I mean, part of it, they're good. Our guys are, unfortunately for us, the worst thing about the game was Q spraining his ankle at the end. I would say he's doubtful for tomorrow.
Was the effort there, you think? Because it was kind of weird to see the team not attempt to come back in the second half.
Yeah, they jumped on us right away to start the second half. We were down 14, but you go back and look at the game, and we're down 7, 3 minutes to go. We're watching it yesterday. All of a sudden, turnover, bad shot. It was like Mario hit a 3 to cut it to 7, 30-23. We had a couple really bad breakdown defensively that weren't helpful. We really struggled to score, and that's the biggest issue. Is that you're playing good D, but as you continue to struggle to score, that makes it hard. And we did not get anything. And they packed it in, and he's a good shot blocker. He affected a number of shots, and we had some good looks early. Eric in particular had some really good looks around the basket. We just didn't finish. I thought our guys, it was tough for them when we got down, 20 plus there early in the second half on the road. Loud crowd, odd place in terms of just how it's all set up. But it doesn't get easier here tomorrow. Their senior day, and they got a heck of a team.
You mentioned the offensive struggles. Struggled against Florida too, but 2 tough games offensively in the last 3. What have you seen in that stretch that needs to improve?
There's a number of things. The first one is we just got to get a better, ability to score at the basket, go in the basket. You look at the foul shots, not just those 2 games, but over the course of the last 5 or 6 games, and how many foul shots we're attempting versus our opponent, and getting to the line, our shooting percentage, as a group, as a team. But getting the ball and being able to score inside, and I thought that was obviously a problem for us on Saturday. We didn't score anything around the basket.
I know you've talked before that this is your youngest team that you've coached, and in that regard, freshmen hit a wall, they get frustrated. How hard is that to coach or lead them when there's no other veterans outside of IJ to pull them through that? Because other than, I guess, Q and IJ, the only 2 players on the team that experienced a full college season.
Yeah, it's not easy. And that's, part of growing. That's part of growing up is what we're going through. But, give our guys credit. They come every day to practice and work hard. And we had a good practice yesterday. And we had a good practice the day before the game. So it's not like they're not showing up and working and competing in practice on a daily basis. So that's a positive. And these guys will, I expect, to have a good practice today in preparation for tomorrow. It's just, now we're going to be potentially a little short-handed. I haven't seen Q today. I'm just basing on yesterday that, he wasn't able to put a lot of weight on his ankle. And he had an X-ray this morning, came back negative.
If he's out, what is that? Give the rotation more minutes for Carter or Eli? Or
Yeah, all of the above.
played South Carolina close here the first time. What can you take? Where did you have success in that game that you
Yeah, I
didn't get
watched
to
that
this
game
one?
last night, and we played well. You know, we're up 58-54, and with about 8 minutes to go, and can't get stopped. They cut it to 1. We're up 1 with 5 minutes plus to go, and we didn't do a good job attacking the zone down the stretch. We got to do a better job of that, and we'll work on that today in practice. But, you know, I thought Stapleton had a real good game. Remember, that was a game where, you know, Q didn't score until the last 2 minutes of the game, and yet we had the lead with 5 minutes to go. I thought we defended really well and competed, you know, I mean, early on. You know, and we had a chance there, you know, with the ball up 31-24 with a 7-point lead, and it ended up being 36 all at halftime. Tyson had a great game. You know, Tyson really shot it well. Obviously, there'll be more aware of him tomorrow night when they're zoning or just in general. I mean, I thought he did a really good job.
Thornwell had a really good game that day. Is there anything you can do to limit him in that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, I mean, you know, I normally like to vote for a player on the first place team for Player of the Year, but, you know, he's going to get a lot of votes for Player of the Year just based on how, you know, his performance. You know, he's 1 in scoring, 5 in rebounding. You know, I think he might be number 1 in steals. I mean, he's had a great year, and it's a challenge guarding him. And our one of our top 2 matchups is not going to be available for him tomorrow, so it'll fall a lot on Zay and on Mario and on Eli to have to try to match up with him.
Looking back, in games when you struggle to score, they seem to bounce back pretty well, like 64 against Tennessee and then 92 against Auburn, 52 against Florida, and then 82 against Ole Miss. Do you feel like is that evident to you? Is there a bounce back quality to this team offensively? Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I hope so for tomorrow's sake. That would be good. You know, like the Auburn game, that's just how they play. I mean, that's their style of play that they want to play at. And you remember that game, we were down and fought our way back where it was a 4-point game with a couple minutes left. And then, yeah, the first half against Ole Miss was very much a defensive struggle, and we really had great opportunities in that game in the second half. Just couldn't quite get it done. We were missing free throws. I mean, free throws really were a woeful thing for us in that game. But we competed really well. But, I don't see it like that. I think it's kind of the style of game that we're playing against whom we're playing, whoever that is.
You mentioned missed opportunities offensively. Just based off memory, what do you think that comes down to? Do you remember turnovers?
Again, in which game are we talking?
Just in general over the last 3 or 4.
So what's your question, Mike? I'm sorry.
When you mentioned missed opportunities, like what do you remember in those opportunities? Is it turnovers? Is it missed?
We've had too many
shots?
turnovers, and that's been during this losing streak. That's been big. We had too many the other day. I think we had 17. Is that right? On Saturday, and in the first half, in particular, it was, turnovers are a killer. I mean, we've got to take better care of the ball, and the turnovers, and shot selection, and then where we get shots from.
EJ's kind of been a role player for you most of the year. What areas would you like to see him improve as you go into the off season?
Just being more aggressive, more physical. He's got to become more physical. We practiced and did some extra work after practice yesterday, and his ability to play physical defensively and hold his own, is an area, and just getting stronger, getting bigger. Those would be keys for him.
Well, along those same lines with the Quindary, you've always mentioned his potential as a guy who could even register a triple-double at times. What's separating him from actually doing that?
For him right now, he's banged up. So at this
I
point.
mean, when he was healthy, though, like the last few games.
I think that he's passed the ball. He had 4 assists in the Ole Miss game, and I think he really had a good game, all-around game in that game. He had like 14, 8, and 4. I don't think he's that far away. I think it's just, for him, it's a lot of, two of those stats are the big offensive stats. It's just reading the defense, it's getting better at reading what's being given, rather than predetermining what I'm gonna do. And the defense always tells you, you know, what play you should make. So just getting better at reading.
Also, so you didn't start Schneider, but you started Eric. How come you made the switch?
Just a matchup with Cornette that we felt like that would, you know, get out of the gate good. We wanted someone who could cover more ground and get back out to him on the rotations. So that's why.
You talked about Q maybe being doubtful for tomorrow night. Is there any thought to maybe if he can't go, just go ahead and shutting him down and then letting him go ahead and get the surgery?
No, I mean, I'm assuming, you know, I don't think he wants to do that. I mean, he's got games left to play, so no, I would think, I'm hoping that he'll be, you know, available again here. We'll have Wednesday off by Thursday, but I have not seen him yet today, so I don't know how it's doing. He doesn't have a lot of swelling in it. I'm glad that both our team doctor, Dr. Jones, and one other doctor looked at it and, you know, said that the x-ray's negative, that they feel like it's more of a musculature issue, so that's a positive. So hopefully he'll be okay and ready to go to play our last game of the year in the regular season here against LSU on Saturday. If not tomorrow, I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe he's, you know, recovered a lot between yesterday and today. I have not seen him yet.
Is the plan this off season still for Q to have surgery, or is he going?
Yeah, that would be the plan.
Is that it?
And, you know, and then we'll do an MRI, you know, and get a, obviously follow up once the season's over.
Okay.
Thanks, man.